Good morning in there, out there, in there, wherever you are. How about in here? From in here, out here. A big slurp, a big puppy. There's a puppy. Aren't you a good girl, huh? Had her walk and everything. Julie took her for a walk. Slurp. Another one. Getting a little chilly out there. Yeah, getting a little chilly. Would you like a little biscuit? That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah. Well, are you ready for the chili? Yeah. Well, the leaves are tumbling. Do you ever, I forget what I was going to say. What does that say? Oh, don't forget, October 22nd, if you're within 1,000 miles of here. Boy, would we like to see him at the library, wouldn't we? Wouldn't we love that? We had such a nice time. Ruth Swalt's going to be there, too. Boy, does she read a beautiful poem. Yeah, so October 22nd, that's Tuesday, 6:30. That's nice. I mean, you'll be out and either have supper and get home early and put the cats to bed. Yeah. And coming up October 17, 18, 19, I think it is. Jim Kern portraying Einstein at the Douglas UCC Church on Main Street in Douglas. Pretty easy to find.
17, 18, 19, and
10
20.
and 20, Julie. Julie's knitting. She's going to make a scarf that goes from here to Fenville. Yeah. What do you think of that? There. Oh, are you telling me something? You want something? Do you want something? Okay. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. I can't read my handwriting, because my thumbs don't work. The Cabin Carry launch was wonderful. Oh, and I have something. I was terribly misunderstood because I said we had all these people sign up and then a whole lot didn't show up, and I made a bad comparison. I know people just sign up, and then if they can go, they go, and they don't go. I was really not talking about us in an ego way, not at all. I was talking about all the work that Cabin Carry put into that launch. I mean, 4 months or so of just all kinds of things I can't list and you wouldn't know. Do you want another one? Can you get down? Would you get down? Look at you. Yeah. How about if I eat it? What was it? That wouldn't be done. Now, pretty soon, of course, we're going to go to our other favorite spot and lie down. That's all I have, sweetheart. That's the end of the road. Yeah. I can pat you real good. Yeah. I can pat you really well. Well, the hurricane, did you see the poor fellow break down giving the weather? My sister says that her place has to be stripped. It's still standing, but they're taking out all the furniture, all the cabinets, all the belongings. She doesn't seem to want to talk much about it, which I understand. Her husband's flying down, maybe today. And then in comes Milton. 160 miles an hour. Is that... I can't imagine what that would feel like, right? Yeah. And I had lunch with a new widower the other day. And that was hard. and it was good. At least I, after working with people with their poems all these years, I'm comfortable, or what's the word, at home with people experiencing that. And he was very smart. He said right away, no. I know you don't get over this. You learn to live another way. And I said, yeah, I have a line in a poem where, 1 + 1 become 1, but 2 - 1 become infinity. Yeah. Okay. One of the things that Julie and I came across this great phrase. What was it on? One of the Substack, maybe Christy Berghoff. No, I think it doesn't matter. Ant Luderman, I think. Anyway, what doesn't kill you, doesn't kill you. You know that phrase, what doesn't kill you makes you strong? I never believed it. I thought, oh yeah, right. What doesn't kill you doesn't kill you. Right, Biff? Hey, she's hanging out. It's nice. Yeah, it's so good to have you right here. My buddy. Boy, we had a good time yesterday, too. You were really about an hour out there romping around. Goodness gracious, that was fun. Gee whiz, our neighbor that we'd go see almost every day, and his dog, Jay, just is gone. I think it happened Saturday. I think his daughter came up and just took him, and she'll have an estate sale over there. And boy, does he have just things you'd love to have. I don't want to talk money. I want to talk other kind of value. Just beautiful, elegant, beautiful thing. Huh. But this one, we're having to help her. She can tell Jay is not there. Yesterday she barked for him because they used to bark back and forth. He'd bark, she'd bark, she'd bark, he'd bark. And she looked all over their big piece of property, and she sniffed everywhere. And it sounds silly, but it's... I cried. Yeah. Yeah, for her. Yeah. And Julie's sister Carrie is working they've got a new hospital extension here in Saugatuck, and it's beautiful, and it's glass, and the people working there can see outside, which is so good for them. And I mentioned to the receptionist how nice it was, and she said, here we go. That was pretty good, though, And she said, yeah, but we need some art. And I said, oh, yeah. She said, I love art. She's connected to art and, art. Anyway. Oh, man, is that good. So I told Julie's sister, who's an artist, Carrie, and she set up this whole thing with about 10 other artists to see if we can get their art, local, terrific artists, local, see if we can get their art into that hospital room, place, not room, good heavens. Oh, and speaking of art, a wonderful show 430 miles from here, but it's a retrospective of our friend Nelson Ostrike. We have a number of his artwork around the house. In his lifetime, Nelson wanted to do every kind of art there was. And I'm pretty sure he did it. Every form of art that there was, from woodcuts to stone sculpture, really a remarkable artist. And a beautiful story when Meredith was about 12, Mimi, as I called her all the time, he lived up the hill and through the woods, and he and his wife Sue, and he called Mimi and he said, okay, he was that kind of guy. He had a potbelly stove in his studio and all that. And he said, okay, but Meredith, we're going to re-side the house. And here's how it's going to work. And I mean, he's just telling her. And I need a book. Can you get me a book?
Which one?
Oh, anything. I'll just open the pages, and there it is. They're right beside that army trunk there, I think. In the office, yeah. And he said, oh, wait, Julie, I do have a book. Okay. Yeah, let's do a new book. Okay. Anyway, back to the story. So we're going to side the house, and you and I. She's like 12. And he says, so we're going to work for about an hour and a half. Then we're going to do art. And we're going to work for it. And then we're going to do art. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened to her. She's very comfortable back and forth, you know. And so with that, we ought to read a poem. She also taught us, I think I told you this story, that she said, I want our family, when she was about 6, 7, I want our family never to use the word favorite. And that's been a part of our family ever since. Why, why Mimi? Why not favorite? Because if you say something's favorite, everything else feels bad. And so we don't do that. And I get asked, what's your favorite poem or something? So I just go like this. This is my favorite. Yeah. This is my favorite. It's called My Mother's Week. Monday, wash day. Tuesday, ironing. This is true, by the way. It's the 50s, huh? Wednesday, pay the bills. Thursday, dust and clean the bathrooms. Friday, wash the windows, windowsills. Saturday, groceries. Sunday, church. Set out the trash. And every day, letters written, knitting, sew, patch, empty the refrigerator. Ironing day holds me. It holds me still. She ironed everything: shirts, sheets, napkins, underwear, slips, socks, kitchen towels, handkerchiefs. I remember her leaning over the tapered board unfolded from its closet, the iron spitting steam. Stroke, stroke, flip, repeat. Fold or hang. Last the rags to clean the car, dust and wipe down any grime. Work, ritual, labor, secular, sacred, an ever-present prayer. The television was always on, Queen for a Day, Merv Griffin, The Price is Right. I never heard her sing. And always my attentive, careful fear of the scorch. That's from a new book called All at Once.
Very subtle, very subtle.
That's very subtle, Julie said. Take care. Try to be kind, be cheerful. Try to be cheerful, be kind. That's a better way. Bibby's nose. Thanks for being with us.